On a Tuesday, got your girl in the cut and she Tuesday. Club going up. On a Tuesday, got your girl in the cut and she Tuesday.
Yo, welcome WLVS Radio. You tuned into the open bar
on a Tuesday.
Salute, salute, salute. I want to say salute, but it's salute. Salute. Salute sounds so much better.
What the hell are you talking about? How you gonna say what sounds better? It's
salute
easy.
Sounds much better than salute. Don't y'all think? Don't you people agree with me
No.
out there in TV land or radio land? You agree with me? Anyway,
No.
What's today's date?
Today's date is 10/2.
10/2/18. That sounds like a good number. Yo, I am Hot Ron, your neighborhood bartender. Bartender to the stars. How you doing? Yo, Redbeard is in the building. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you angry today?
I'm never angry.
You wasn't here last week.
Nope.
Oh, we don't really care where you were, but
I wasn't here.
you wasn't here.
No, wasn't.
Not gonna tell us.
He was in like Dubai, right?
Yeah, I was in Dubai.
He was in Dubai.
Riding camels.
Right.
Yep.
Did you ride camels?
Yeah, did
Taking
ride a
Instagram
camel.
pictures like the what's it called, Sex and the City girls, too, right?
Nah. Did you wear the whole dress and all that?
I did do that too.
You did?
Yeah.
That
You
probably
have to,
fits you well.
Huh?
You have to, right?
No, you don't have to. Most people think that it's kind of like strict there, but it's actually real relaxed. You'll see women still half dressed like you do here in the States.
Really? Wow.
I was gonna say they say it's strict like that. Like
Yeah.
no PDAs out there. That
Man,
made me not want
you
to go.
see people holding hands. You see people kissing.
Okay.
You
Women
see.
driving?
Do women drive?
Women drive there?
I didn't see any women drivers. That's the only thing I did not
Okay.
see. And I did hear from women that they are kind of treated like second class citizens.
I mean, that's still true. I mean, we know that.
But so
Never
one
give a
of
side
the
ourselves.
So the
biggest
whole Me
things.
Too thing didn't make it there yet.
No, it's never gonna
Never
make
get
it there.
beside ourselves.
They
Yeah.
getting that. They getting
coming.
that.
It's coming.
They getting that.
It's not
ass
gonna
smacked.
make it. Trust me. It's not gonna make it.
Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon.
Not in our lifetimes.
That's so sad.
Yeah, because
No, so like most clubs there, right? Women usually get in free, and drink free.
okay.
Men have to come in with a woman or
In a regular club,
in a regular club.
we're not talking about a swinger
It's like
club.
the old
No.
club.
Okay,
So that's like the club.
we're talking
And
about regular.
What are
club.
the rules of the swinger club, Ron?
I wasn't.
I don't know. You tell us, Ron.
rules.
but I know of an instance.
Well, two women can get in, but a man have to bring one. No.
I know an instance. Well, they wouldn't even let women. They wouldn't even let women in without heels. They had to wear heels.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
There were there
Red
was
bottoms or
the
just regular cheap heels?
hey, it had to be heels. There was a pool party we went to. Men got in free.
Okay.
Okay.
Women had to pay $100, but women drunk for free.
How much were the
Free.
drinks?
They're like
That's an interesting
U.S. is probably like $12, $13.
That's
a
an
piece.
interesting twist because the thing is, you get the drink free, plus you might catch you a little guy who got a little bit of paper, right?
That's true.
That's why
Well,
you
no,
you
the
get
men get in free.
no they pay to get in. The men get in for free,
Men got in for free.
Yeah, make it in for free.
right?
Women paid to get in, but they drunk for free.
But women get taken
They
care of
drank
by
for
men also there.
But if they're drinking for free, then what do they need the men there for?
No, it's not like America. See, like women use men for drinks at clubs here.
Yeah.
But they use men to live a life.
Yes.
So, so you don't see women attorneys or doctors. in
You
Dubai?
don't. Women are like second class. You see women in service industries and things of that nature.
My.
But-
Wait, so what's the drinking situation like? Because I thought you couldn't drink.
So
You can't drink in Dubai.
so you have to bring your own liquor into the country, okay, or you have to get it at duty free at the airport.
Which is
Or-
more expensive, right?
You only can get it in a bar or a restaurant or a club.
No liquor store. Just
There is no liquor stores.
right.
There's no drugs. There's no electronic cigarettes.
Wow.
There's those things are still strict, but
That's what's up. I mean,
and another thing that
So you
I
can only
learned.
drink in the bar or club.
bar or
So
club
if
or
you get every drink, you can't drink it at home unless you
And
bought
you can-
some outside liquor from a different country.
yes.
You got to import it.
And then there's some hotels.
hell of a,
Some hotels are actually dry hotels.
What's dry? You mean no liquor?
No
So no
liquor
alcohol.
permitted, even if in your room. They
Even if it's yours.
Yes.
Wow. So I guess there's no strip clubs in Dubai, or
I don't know. I didn't.
I don't think so. Nobody's daughter.
No.
Do that.
But there is prostitution in Dubai.
I mean, it's on the low.
No, there is prostitution.
Like
look
your
at Lisa's
dad.
face. Like, how you know?
Your dad is not. Your dad not going for that.
She don't know Dubai. Oh,
so there is prostitution there, and they will approach you in the clubs.
they will approach you in the club.
Yes.
Oh,
So that's why
You
it's
always said no,
of course.
yeah. You don't
Shit.
need that.
No, but it's crazy how you would think that everything that you hear about it is so strict there that you would have prostitution there.
I mean, no.
Yeah, I mean,
profession.
it's the oldest profession. This is true, but it is interesting that they have it because they're very strict. Like,
Yeah.
like you got to be in a certain place with your dad and your uncles and your brothers, like to do that. See, probably women who come into the country, right, who are not, their families are not there, who are doing that work.
Probably so.
It also sounds like, there's misinformation. Like Saudi Arabia is the strict one.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia is very strict. Abu Dhabi is real strict.
Saudi Arabia.
Like
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia, you probably wouldn't see women
Oh,
without
no. You-
showing,
No.
showing their
beat.
ankles or their
Oh no.
No, they're fully
wearing
dressed.
flip flop.
Abu Dhabi, it's about pretty much the same as well. But yeah, that's
Emirates.
I think we need that here Monday through Friday. So,
so you want them to be hoes Saturdays and Sundays?
do what you do, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't Sunday the Lord's Day?
Sunday is the Lord's Day.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Well,
Okay, Saturday.
well, I mean-
all depends. For some
I don't know,
people,
Pastor. Which one is it? Saturday or Sunday?
Well, I mean, if you ask me, I would say he made all of them. So
Oh, preach.
they're
Take us to
always
church. Take us to
days.
church.
They
Take
always-
us to church.
What can I say?
Wow. PDO, how are you?
I'm here, man.
The Love Guru is here.
Man,
You made it.
Peace to the people.
Bedazzled shirt and all. You look great, bro.
Oh man, love is dope.
Love is. Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, Kanye.
Huh?
Okay, Kanye.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. I cannot wait to talk about him in Hot
Oh
Topics.
my God.
We cannot wait to talk about him in Hot Topics. But anyway, we're going to wait. How was your weekend, PDO?
Good weekend.
You can't remember?
It's crazy, right? Like it just like blanks out. Like
Brett Kavanaugh.
something interesting happened. What did I do this weekend?
Don't worry about it. But
Ron, why do I think you know what I did this weekend?
I do, but I'm not going to announce it.
You're not gonna know. Okay, great. All right.
All right.
hey, speaking of Dubai, I did bring y'all something back.
Oh man,
Oh, that was so nice.
brother, indeed. What can
Wow.
we
And
say?
it's the
man?
rainbow color. You giving it to us. Thank you so much.
This is not a rainbow. Don't you know that? And I got you a special one, Pat.
My brother.
Don't you think I would have liked that one better?
Hey.
That was hot. I like that.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
it's
This
nice.
is a good look, man.
Thank you, Dave. You got a little class.
Appreciate you,
What,
Red.
did Chitty get one?
Yeah,
Big Country.
I
did
got one.
He got one. Yo, shout out to Big Country who's away. Is he in Dubai too?
I don't
Where
know
is he?
where. No, he's in
Y'all some traveling
some
people.
watermelon farm somewhere.
Just an FYI.
He laying the seeds down.
These hats were made the same pace that Trump makes his hats in China.
Ooh.
So gravy. Though. I'm gonna tell people I
Hey,
went to
and
Dubai
you know,
and got it.
I did learn something, right? A lot of people always talk about Donald Trump, right? And there's this builder out there or whatever, this company, and you'll see it all over as you travel around Dubai.
The name?
It's called Damac, right?
The Mac.
Yeah. You ask somebody who owns this company, and they will tell you Trump.
Oh.
It's called the Mac.
Yep.
Yo, he is too shady.
Interesting.
Wow, he's just all over the place doing that thing.
Interesting.
Yo.
Yeah, you know.
Our legal guru is here. How are you, Tito?
Doing good. How you doing?
Doing great?
Yeah.
You had a good weekend?
Had a great weekend.
Did you save somebody from getting locked up and all that?
Today I did. Well, earlier today, we had
And I thank you. Thank you so much.
New York. It was a domestic issue, but luckily they resolved it, and
Cause
no one had to go to jail.
Because the bitch had to go. Right? I'm joking. Thank you.
The comments of Open Bar do not necessarily reflect those of the Castro Law Firm.
I forgot our liquor sponsor is who again?
The Castro Law
The
Firm.
Castro Law Firm, our liquor sponsor.
www.castrolaw.net.
And they buy us the cheapest liquor, but we appreciate it. We
Hey.
digress.
Hold up. You do not talk about your liquor sponsor.
Highest rated.
I'm just joking. We appreciate it. We do. It
Shout
always
out
here.
to Castro Law Firm.
Castro Law Firm.
Get
our
us
liquor
in trouble and get us out.
sponsor. Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, the bitch had to go. I'm just joking.
That's the line to the law firm.
No.
The bitch had to go. That's
Just
fly.
because you did it doesn't mean you're guilty.
If you be
I like that.
Yes.
Just because you did it does not mean you're guilty. You can do that at the Castro Law Firm. Call us at 202. I'm just joking.
absolutely.
30323.
Yes, we'll get you out of there, get you in and out. Yo, it's all on you. You didn't do it. Bitch had to go
Listen, if you got the right for the right price,
for the right price.
for the right
Gotcha.
price.
We can't talk about it on it.
So if I die,
Right.
I don't give a fuck if it's in a car accident. I don't give a fuck if it's walking down the street. I don't care how I die. If I die in the next,
After your Dubai trip,
yes, we know who to go to.
Tito.
Exactly.
oh, have you paid me yet?
I'll pay you.
Okay, I'm your lawyer.
Hey, yeah, I'm trying to tell you, baby. I seen some lawyers get some guys off, man. Like they said, the guy said, if they don't have you on video, I can do something for you.
So do you take cash like Phaedra Parks or got
Do you take mattress money?
All forms of cash, credit, or check.
you take EBT cards and all that?
No,
No EBT.
We're gonna do. I'm doing Tito like the guy did him in Daddy's Little Girls.
What's that?
Tyler Perry movie. You are my lawyer.
Right.
You don't have a choice.
It's your job to get me
Yeah.
off.
You,
You're a mad black woman.
you my lawyer.
Yeah.
You said you was gonna get me out.
You should figure it out. I don't care how you do
I don't
it.
care how you do it.
You better get me out. Wow. Like I said, the bitch had to go.
Tito say, I turned over a new leaf. I'm not doing that stuff no more.
You don't do that.
Oh no, I will get you out. Might that be on the time frame you want to be out, but I'll get you out.
Yeah, okay.
Could you have helped Bill out?
Who?
Bill. Cosby is.
Cosby?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's done.
Oh wow.
You couldn't. So if you was his attorney, you couldn't have helped him out.
He should have. I would have to plead out and have almost no or less jail time.
Okay, but
Because sometimes how you define a win is subjective.
okay.
So a win can be 1 year of jail
Good
as
point.
opposed to 10 if
years in
if they
jail.
go to trial.
And also, but this case, he had. So I guess the other case that he had on this case was what, civil and not criminal. In 2004,
Yeah, it was civil.
it was civil.
Well, there
Okay.
was only one criminal case, and that's the lesbian woman. She
That's the same case. That's the same. He
that's
settled,
what he's going to jail for.
I know, but he
But they
he-
still didn't have
he
proof,
settled
which is
out of
interesting.
court in 2004 for this case.
Yes.
Yeah, but
With
That's
civil.
an issue.
But isn't that
That's an issue because he settled out of court and the testimony that he gave on a recorded deposition,
In deposition,
was
right.
supposed to be sealed and not ever used,
wasn't
Right.
that double jeopardy?
according to the agreement.
so we
But it
can
was a
so-
civil case. It wasn't a criminal case
The
tried.
civil case is not double jeopardy. 'cause
So
double
we can
jeopardy
remember
applies
that
to-
when they tell you that it's going to be
criminal, okay.
sealed, it's not really sealed. Just remember that, right?
There's
So-
always exceptions to the rule.
That's what I'm saying. So, but
When they want
why
you,
did
they
they
get you.
actually convict him on because they couldn't prove
It was
anything?
assault. I think they convicted him on sexual assault, if I'm not mistaken, like, on 2 or 3
But
counts.
could they prove it?
They believed her, and they believed
Well, no
his
proof
testimony.
though. It's supposed to be. I mean, it's supposed to be a presumption of innocence unless proven
His
guilty.
his testimony said that he gave her bills.
No, he said that she willingly accepted him. So there's a
That's
her
what
word
he
against
said,
his.
but that's not what she said.
That young man did not accept that. I'm sure he didn't do that. That young man did not accept them pills. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying.
You heard your president today, or was that yesterday, said that, for men in America, they're not.
It's a bad time for young,
It's
young men.
No, he said bad time for men in
men in
America.
Wow.
He says that,
Hey, I was telling somebody that earlier. I was like, man, if you was doing anything cruddy like 50, before like the last 30 years, you was in the heyday. Because now today, man, it don't pay. Crime doesn't pay.
Well, that's
baby.
why I say it's a bad time for criminals, for men with no.
No, you could do better with drugs in the street than messing with somebody's daughter.
All right.
Unless you're a priest. Well, they mess with their sons.
Unless you're a cat. Oh. You're so wrong. So.
I mean,
It's
because
though.
if I'm not mistaken, I think I heard this. I don't think it's true, but there's no statute of limitation for like sexual assault in Maryland.
No, there is not. It lasts forever.
So you can go back all the way back.
35, 40
There never
years.
should be a statute of limitation for that.
That's
though.
crazy.
But it's statute of limitations based on each state.
But I tell you, lately I've been listening to the radio driving into work. That's all you've been hearing is these women calling in with these stories. It's been really sad.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh God, it's been really sad to listen to. Like the stuff that women have to endure. Like Color Purple was real. You know what I'm saying?
What? you just now realizing that?
I mean, it just makes you think that was some real shit. Jesus, daddies was raping these girls and ministers was raping these little girls and having it's just sad.
friends, family members, uncles and stepfathers and stuff like that. It's real true.
Because if you look back in the day, poet, like the story of Billie Holiday. Remember she got raped by the poor man.
I did not hear her story.
You never seen that movie?
But okay, no.
With Donna Ross?
Oh.
The neighbor raped her. And anyway, that was sad. And then you look at the story of Maya Angelou, how she got raped, didn't talk for 7 years, and oh God, these women are just going through so much.
This is true. I would say women have been brutalized by men. But
there's just no but about it. It's just sad.
I guess there's no but.
You can't.
There's no
you
but
can't.
about it.
I was looking for the but. There was no but.
I mean, it's just sad. And then like I'm kind
Stop
of
looking for the butt.
right. I'm just kind of glad that women are.
Stop looking at the butt, right? Pun intended.
I'm just glad that as a man, I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for the rest of you. That women are coming forward and they're being more powerful and being more outspoken, and they're not putting up with the shit anymore. And it's just
Well, anymore. These women are. This stuff is dated. Has any been new stuff? I guess the white guy who was the filmmaker.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, that was some new stuff, right?
that's about the same time, but.
It was some older stuff.
And he need to go to jail too.
Yeah.
And I understand why he's not in jail.
I don't understand, man.
Because we're looking at
He's
Bill
been
Cosby
charged.
just went to jail, and
He was on bail the last 4 years.
yeah,
To Bill Cosby.
yes,
So this man should go to jail soon.
He just got charged.
he just got charged.
So hold on,
He'll
you
be
telling
on
me
bail.
that Bill Cosby started this process when he was 77, and then they put him in jail when he 81? That's time served, ain't it?
But
House arrest.
He was in jail.
Oh my!
but
But wasn't he on house arrest?
you need a mic. You need a mic.
77, and they would you turn 81 and put you in prison?
No.
They said somebody threw a hot dog bun
No,
in the
my
bill
thing
too.
is,
Y'all hear about that?
if you did it, the way if
In
this
jail.
stuff was true,
Seriously.
these were heinous crimes. You don't drug nobody and rape them. You know what I'm saying?
But he
So-
said he wasn't drug. But when we say drug him and rape him, it makes it seem like they didn't know about it.
They didn't.
They didn't. So this Bill Cosby.
All 30
from
of these
the-
women
It was
didn't know
like
about
50.
it.
It's like 50
A
of
lot
them.
Yeah.
Like my grandma would say, "Baby, I got your back until the world,
So-
till the whole world."
So I
believe it."
wonder, does his motive count
So-
for anything? Like Bill Cosby? I guess he needed to do that, or was it fetish?
It's a fetish. This is sick.
I'm
man.
not.
It's a power control. It's a control
it's
issue.
a sick
But
He
person.
thinks he.
do you feel powerful because you drug somebody? Like I slipped something in your drink and I feel in control.
No.
I mean I just don't.
that end?
It's just
that
like-
I'm trying to just find the connection. I know
Advocating.
I don't have his issue, so it's hard to find the connection. But
I just think, like I said, it's a
advocating
sick
for the rest
fetish.
of the careers, and he promised them advancement, and Hey, come to my hotel room.
That would have been
We'll talk
enough for
about-
girls back in the. I mean, some girls back in the day.
But
I'm
the
not saying
thing
all
is,
women.
they probably would have slept with him anyway. But he had
This
this
is what I'm
sick
saying,
fetish
right?
that he wanted to drug them and have them sleep and then do what he wanted with their body and wake up.
Well, maybe it was more or less that he figured that if he drugged them, they could never be able to tell what actually ever happened.
So what did he want to do? He wanted them to toss his salad, something strange, something
We
crazy?
don't know, but
Like
I mean,
what?
but I'm just saying, if you have no recollection of you having sex with somebody,
Like who's my who? Nah, I'm gonna say my guy. He's not my guy. Who's is Will Chamberlain? Said he slept with all those women.
10,000,
10,000 women.
yeah,
You know, Magic and
Over
those-
10,000.
They got over 10,000 women. Nobody accused Will Chamberlain of rape. and I guess I'm just wondering that
He
you
didn't
know
drug them.
how does sex get good with no participation? Like, I mean, is that necrophilia?
Well, but like
Don't say
women,
you
women
guys.
do it too.
You guys.
women do it too.
Y'all don't drug nobody and rape them?
No, women have. Women. How do women rape men then?
they need a mic. They don't have a mic.
Oh, y'all don't think it's possible? But they said men have been raped. Okay, all right. So hold on. So
You can name one man that came forward and say I was great.
You guys.
There are men who are raped.
Well, name one.
I don't know them personally.
From your experience, how do you feel that a woman could rape you? How do you feel that it's possible?
If she
for a
drugged
woman-
me,
if
she can rape me.
If she drugged me, she can rape me.
And
One.
then you wake up, you didn't know you did it.
And
Is that the only way?
Or I was drunk.
And-
or
Get pregnant.
and
I mean, have y'all seen the movie?
what if an
have y'all
older
seen the
woman
movie-
grabs you and she licks your face?
We talking about
Is that an
rape.
assault?
We
Have
talking
y'all,
about
have y'all seen the
rape.
movie with
I'm
Denzel
saying,
Washington?
wait.
Denzel Washington, one of his first movies where he played.
she
a
could have
cop.
put a strap on
Hold on
and
one
tied
second.
me down.
That's right. But you seen the movie with Denzel
That one's
Washington?
getting rapey.
Y'all
Yeah,
seen the
that
movie
part.
with Denzel Washington when he was a cop and he kind of lost everything. And remember they drugged him and the woman ended up giving.
Oh
sleep with
yeah,
him
yeah,
and
yeah,
ended
yeah,
up
yeah,
with
yeah,
chlamydia.
yeah.
And
That's the
how they-
joint.
What?
He ended up with chlamydia because the
He was a
woman-
prosecutor in that movie.
Yeah,
I
He
can't
was a
remember the
state
name of it.
attorney, but that was
Ice-T played in that movie.
that
too.
was a good
That was
way
the
to show
whole
him
setup.
right. That was a
yeah.
and like he couldn't feel what was going
Power,
on.
manipulation, control.
Yeah,
Rape.
and you know it's but it's actually a good question. The angle is interesting because I think every young boy, like, I never had a teacher like one of my teachers like come on to me, but I'm thinking about all the guys who have been with the teachers.
So
I'm like, I wouldn't consider myself being raped, right?
So let's put it.
Nah.
Right?
I'm like, hold up. If I was back in high school, I'm like, where did they get these kids from? Why do you tell your mama every damn thing?
So-
Tell your daddy.
When you laugh about
Yeah.
16-year-olds being manipulated by 28 to 32-year-old women,
No, some of them are
Those lead
22,
to-
23.
maybe, but those lead to men in the future
Right.
having no compassion and care for women.
That's
It's
okay.
not. It's
that might be true.
definitely
That might be
not-
true.
And then, like,
I know it's a fantasy in quotes and quotes,
Right.
but there are
Yeah,
some
for like a
boys
lot of guys, yeah,
who
we
are
got a
really
teacher.
manipulated by women, and they get in. Remember, you're still 16. You
Yeah,
can
and
be
then-
feeling like you this, that, and the other, but you still.
No, yeah,
16.
And then-
No,
thing
but
is-
you came on to her. She just.
No, that's not normally the case.
They-
Normally these women are
Hey, friend.
normally these women really come on to these little young guys and they take advantage of them.
No, a lot of these boys they
She gonna
come
catch
on to
on.
the women and then she tell. So
You know what?
he tells his friends.
Well, we agree to disagree, Dave. We gotta go to a quick break. We'll come back.
It's good.
We'll come back with our drink of the day and some hot topics. And
That's what's
somebody fine just walked in the building. Anyway, give us a call at 202-656-1BAR. Salud.
With the mind up on the pin, be like either Bond. These marquees, empty smoke, they won't get off. So I kill them softly and use them as walkie-talkie. Turn up my level, adjust my voice pitch. Voiceless, diagnosis, comatosis is when I leave your crew. Move it on some 2 and 2, cross silk, but you do it to my music. Doctor Spock, lock the hype. Individual to put criminals in diapers. With my Ian snipers, with I write this. You swore it was a nuclear war crisis. In your backyard, working guard that squad. With my nigga keep in the place taking charge. Hold up, you get heard up, let the jury call it murder. You'll get deaf cause I freak shit you never heard of. You'll get deaf cause I freak shit you never heard of. Heard of, heard of.
Yo, welcome back to WLVS Radio. You're tuned into the open bar.
Salute.
Salute. Yo, of course, Sharice just walked in the building. How are you, Sharice?
Outstanding.
Why do you like busting people out? Except for when you come in the building late, you don't like nobody to announce that.
I didn't say she was late. Maybe she was here.
No, you just said she just walked in the building.
That doesn't mean. That does not mean she's late. That means that, I know. This.
If you just walked in the building and we started 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes ago.
Irritating from day one since we started this show today.
From day one since we started this show today? Make up your damn mind.
From day one, we started this show today.
You sat here and said that a woman can get raped, and you just said all this. No, I'm just playing.
Huh?
I'm just
You're confusing yourself now.
Yo, anyway, my favorite segment of the show, of course, not because I'm a drunk and not because I just got out of AA, but I'm just saying it's when we introduce our what?
Drink of the
day. Our drink of the day here, of course, is just a simple wine punch. The wine punch is made our choice of Smirnoff vodka, along with a splash of lime juice and a great sweet red wine. Do y'all like it? Is this a smooth drink? Cheers.
The choir's over here.
The choir's over here. Salud.
That's a sangria. It's pretty good.
Well,
You knew we was gonna have a bunch of women in the house. That's why you made this drink.
Well, had I known that, I'd have
Sangria's
bought the
for all
glasses.
ladies.
Normally I have
Shout out to
glasses,
the ladies today.
but today I
And
thought it was just
studio
gonna be the
audience.
men, so I got plastic cups. But normally I have glasses, so y'all forgive me.
I think you had enough for everyone. So
This is a man show anyway. What the hell? Shit.
This is with the woman.
Stop catering
with
to the woman.
Representing for the women.
My brother, why are you
Yes,
so
you
angry?
have
You
to
just came
have
back from
female
Dubai.
representation.
Yes.
Relax. No,
and
I'm
women
just
are
joking.
here in the building today.
Women are in the building. We have a lot of women in the building today. That's awesome. Of course, we got our queen mama here. She's always here. How are you doing today? Oh, she sounds so sweet and innocent. I'm
She
great.
being so nice and pleasant
being
on
so
air.
nice.
That means she got an
She
attitude.
cussed your ass out earlier.
That means she got an attitude. She don't know nothing about women.
It's this wine punch. This wine punch
I'm
that make you
sweet
feel
all
good.
the time, Teron.
You look sweet.
I am.
You are
Don't
sweet.
lie.
Yo,
Except today.
except today.
Yes.
Well, I do want to apologize.
know
Our
the truth.
neighborhood mama, Red Barrett, red
I'm
woman.
the youngest out of this whole crew.
We call you the mama of the band. But anyway, our neighborhood girl, she had a fundraiser this weekend.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Y'all can still donate.
Yeah, she's donating. You have a GoFundMe account or something?
No, they could just donate to the Cash App. Oh, y'all can just call Off Lease Training. Y'all can say Coda's training with Lauren, and y'all can donate straight to them, or y'all can just Cash App me the money either way.
And the donation is to train.
Coda to be my service dog.
Oh, I
So
thought it
you
was
have to-
raising money for a lot of dogs.
It is going to be for that, but he'll be the first one.
So he's a service dog for
Epilepsy.
epilepsy.
And I want to kind of stick with epilepsy, but just in case it's someone on a waiting list for 3 or 4 years, I want them to be able to get a dog too also.
So how many people would you say?
For dogs? For epilepsy, different
You're right.
Yes.
type of services? Okay.
My dog knows when I'm going to have one, but he can't go out in public. Like my dog, as soon as he see everybody, he'll jump on you. I mean, want to kiss everybody. I can't take him out in
Like
public.
normal
like
dog.
that. Yeah, normal dog. So when he go to training, they're gonna train all the dogs that I sent to them. Like,
Oh, wow.
Because I'll be.
How
giving
much is
these
the overall cost for
$2,800 per
Per
dog,
dog.
versus the $10,000 the first place I found. So that's really, really great.
And they
do
train
the
and they train
exact same
specifically for
training.
epilepsy.
No,
Service dogs in
no,
general.
they do all dogs.
That is
But
awesome.
And how do they train them based on what the conditions are? I think that's pretty interesting.
you let them know,
Right.
and they have different trainers for that. So my trainer knows what to train him for.
Is it per like the actual dog, like a pit bull, or do they have
So
special
what
training?
I did was they will find a dog for you.
Oh, they will find one.
If you need help, they got breeders that you can go to, or you can bring your dog.
Right.
So I researched on the epilepsy website and other websites also to back them up to say, well, what dog is best for epilepsy? And pit bulls were number 2. And I like them. They're great. I mean, because they have a bad name, and they're the sweetest thing. My pup is so sweet.
Aw.
He just wanted.
So
Why you didn't bring him
Jay
today?
just don't like dogs. He is.
I was saying, so are you it sounds
Health
like
is definitely a
you
part
out to
of our-
redeem the pit bull
Name. Yeah, 'cause-
reputation.
Yes, I am. I mean,
Yeah.
like New York used them as police dogs. Like I said, he is.
Don't put police and dogs together. That's not. That wouldn't be
But
sweet.
still.
I'm just
Health
joking.
is definitely a big area to focus on, no matter what the condition is. I think we definitely need to pay attention to that. Like I was talking about mental health, physical health, health and wellness. I think it's definitely a conversation that we need to have more often.
For sure. She's right.
In our communities, in our homes, with our families.
That's right. What's your Cash App again? Because we're gonna come back to that near the
Where can we
end
go
of the
and
show. So we can donate. What's the Cash App again? Give it out. Okay. Well, if you don't have it now,
$1
we'll do it at the end of the show. We'll make sure we bring it back. So have all
Let
that
me
together.
say one more thing about the dog, and then I can give it up by the end of the show. Like for him, he's a heavy dog, so they'll train him how to lay on me, and so he won't stop my breathing.
Oh.
Comfort.
Yeah, they'll train him to go get help if I have one in the store. He'll know how to say, "Mommy, stop the car." You're about to have a seizure.
Oh, wow.
So he's not a want; he's a need.
That sounds like you need to send your man there too.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. I know you're absolutely
You know
right.
what? Moving
All
right
right,
along.
All this.
The low blows okay. We can keep the low
all
blows.
this-
Men
all
cannot
these-
be trained.
All these hospital stays I've been
Yeah,
having,
I'm
I've
like-
been
say
getting
your
a little
man
off
for
the leash.
general.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about your man in general.
Men cannot
I'm
be
talking about-
trained.
There you go, Dave. I'm like
not
these
talking
weak
about your
dogs
man
out
in
here.
That's
general.
a
Yeah,
part of the
unlike these
that
weak
is a part of the
dogs.
problem.
So anyway, y'all want to go into some hot topics? We can come back to you.
Yes, let's go.
Yes,
Hot topics.
coming back.
How about we?
You know what? We've been talking about this woman for the last 3 weeks.
Have we?
It's
But
an
we've
important
been-
conversation.
It's this
Who's
woman.
that?
But unfortunately, the first 2 times they were kind of positive, but this time it's not as positive. Of course, Cardi B turned herself in.
For whipping somebody's ass, right?
She turned herself into the New York police on Monday morning. She was charged with a misdemeanor counts of reckless endangerment and 1 misdemeanor count of assault. And she was at a nightclub at 3:00 in the morning throwing chairs, throwing hookah bottles and everything. So apparently 2 bartenders They were got
They trying to
assaulted.
get paid. They trying to stop
Basically,
working.
I think that's what it is.
Well,
They
I mean-
didn't
I
sue
mean,
her, so they weren't
did.
trying to get paid.
They
I was
did.
gonna say
It's
They actually got assaulted. They got
they
hit.
got beat down pretty bad. I heard.
But they haven't sued her yet.
They will sue.
Yeah,
They're gonna
yeah,
sue
they're
her
gonna sue her.
once they win the case.
They gonna get
so
that money.
let
yeah.
the first level of justice run its course.
And she gonna plead no contest, pay a fine, and still gonna have to pay them.
no. Okay, so these two girls
We've
got.
seen this story 1,000 times
These
already.
two girls are
the moral of the
sisters.
story
But the
is don't throw
story-
chairs.
But the story is that she had two people go do it for her. She didn't do it
Yeah, she didn't do it herself.
So why did she
She's an
turn herself in?
accomplice.
because she
That's
got
still a crime.
because they told her to.
And that's still a crime.
it's still a crime. Yeah.
Well, it is still a crime, but
Yeah.
still.
The moral of the
Conspiracy
story
is a
is
crime.
the moral of the story is don't throw chairs.
no, you can't put hit out on people. Hits out on
speaking
people
of-
either.
speaking of-
Well,
nightclubs.
the attorney in that particular case, his name is Joe Tocopina. I think I pronounced that right.
Should have been Tito Castro.
It should have
right?
been Tito Castro. I did pronounce it right. How do you
Probably
say it?
not.
Well, I tried. He said this is his statement to the press. He said she thinks her celebrity status puts her above the law, since she has bragged to multiple people on social media that she orchestrated these vicious attacks. But reality is setting in, and justice does not care whether her name is Cardi B or Carly B. She will now answer to her crime. I was like, damn. That's what. No,
That's
the,
not
the
her attorney.
bartender's
The prosecutor.
Now her
The bartenders.
the bartender's attorney said that.
Yeah, you said her attorney, but go ahead. All right.
No, I said the bartender's
he
attorney.
said
The bartender's attorney.
What I mean, okay.
So we had a similar, nightclub issue here in D.C. with former mayor Vince Gray was tumbled over for not having an ID with the date of birth on it. So I don't have I wasn't an eyewitness of the case.
This was recently, this weekend.
This was
Okay, so what are they
out
alleging?
all night.
The allegations
That
are
he-
that Mr. Gray went to the Art All Night party event
Okay.
at
At a nightclub.
a gay nightclub.
A gay nightclub. All
It was a
right.
gay nightclub.
All right.
And he wanted to get
Whoa.
in. He wanted to. Well,
I
Now the
mean,
story
whether it was
thickens. The
gay or
story
straight
thickens.
nightclub, I think he's
Details
entitled.
Hold on. Why did you
are
leave that
the
detail out?
narrative.
Yeah.
Well, I
exactly.
didn't know if it
Because
was a gay
details-
nightclub. I just know it was
it
an
was.
art all night event at that night.
Details
Out
that-
all night. Come on, sis.
Art.
Well, art all night is a theme.
Art-
It's
art
it's
all
art
night.
all
Art
all
All
night.
Night,
Art all night
sponsored
is
by
a theme.
Congress Heights Community Center,
They had-
ran by one of my friends.
Well, that was
and
just one of the areas, so they had
They had
them
a
in
block
multiple areas
blocked
around the
off.
city.
It was like a block party.
So what,
Well, it wasn't
was
at Congress Heights though. It was
Okay,
at
so
another
what
location.
was the logistics
Ooh.
again?
Messy.
The allegations
Everybody, let's
are,
hear this right
the
quick.
allegations are that he tried to go in for whatever reasons, probably just to show support, probably.
Right.
Didn't have a government ID, didn't have his driver's license. He had his council member's ID.
Oh.
Okay.
And the bouncer was, this isn't a government ID. I can't go with this.
That
there's
is a
actually
government
a law.
ID.
The bouncer
But there's actually
obviously,
a law
the bouncer
that-
obviously got hired from another state.
Well, but there's
Well,
obviously a law that's
Technically, everyone
need
has
your
to show
birthday.
their
You have
ID
to show
get
your
into- get
birthday.
into the club.
there's a law that says you can be denied entry
If you don't
without
show
a
right
valid
Not the
ID.
former mayor. Not the
But
former mayor.
that's a
So-
government issue ID though.
It
So
don't have
I've
your
heard
birthday
No,
on it.
not the former mayor.
It don't have your birthday on
I've
it though. They
heard
gotta
very-
show your
I'm-
age. You
I'm
gotta
not-
prove your
No,
age.
he's still a
So-
councilman, so that's what I'm saying. Is
He's a councilman
Well, he's
and he's
still
the
a
former
citizen.
mayor.
So
He's
is
the
he a
former
councilman
mayor.
or is he a king? What is he?
And
no, but I'm
He can't
saying
get into wherever he wants to.
no.
just with the
What
proper
I'm saying,
credentials.
if,
So one at a
if it
time.
was a
I
government
can't get
issue
one person at a
ID,
time.
No.
Have your birthday.
That's what I said. Don't have your birthday
The
on it.
law
not an
states that
official
you can be
ID.
denied from an entry of a
Absolutely.
club
Because
without
most times you
having-
have to show prove that you're
Absolutely.
21.
And I know he looked
And
79,000
And
years
today
old.
there was today there was a hearing where several businesses actually are losing their business license for allowing people in without identification. So it really just
club was
depends on-
watching their butts. It was
It
covering
really just
their
depends on
butts.
obviously,
He was doing
The
his
bou- the
job,
bouncers-
but the
I don't
aggressiveness,
know-
no, what?
I don't know
But
if
he
but
should
the
he should not have
aggressive
told
force-
something great
hold
though.
on.
I think the force behind
Mortal
it
Yeah.
was
story.
challenging
Faster.
for me.
So the question is now, was the use of force reasonable?
I just don't think
So
the use
if
of force
Gray
was
insisted,
reasonable.
it was like, no, I'm coming in. I'm the council. I'm the past mayor. I'm coming in.
He should have said that.
And if he was pushing and the bouncer pushed back, that's a different story. But if the bouncer was just like, no, you two, I had on the right ID.
So did
Well,
did he
the
tell
No,
him?
my thing
Did he
is,
tell him to step aside, or did he be like push?
It depends.
That's what he said. Step aside.
That's
so.
what
That,
I'm not- I don't
what's
know
the whole point? He just couldn't get in, so that he's mad.
The point of it is that it was excessive use of force. I think that
What?
I think that yes, you know, like every other citizen,
Oh yeah.
if
And
you
you know
are,
he light skinned.
Because he tried to get back in. He was trying to force his way in, and they were pushing him out. Can you give her the mic? Can y'all pass her the mic?
That's all I was trying to say.
In 5, 4.
yeah. So the biggest thing is definitely, you know,
So he wasn't trying to force himself in. He was just trying to get in.
Well,
And
how'd he
so-
get scratched?
Well, so
Excessive
the
force.
bouncer pushed him to the side, and then he fell.
He's pretty.
well, I just wanted one question. Were you there?
He's pretty. He's pretty.
No, wait.
frail.
Before we go on this, were
So,
you,
no,
were you there?
I was not
okay, so we
there.
really can't take that assessment of what happened as gospel. The point of it.
Listen, this is from several news sources
Yeah.
from people who
So-
were there, and they're saying the same thing.
So he moved him, and then he fell on his own.
He fell.
So that
So
was the
he
story.
moved.
question
So
is-
he
He lost his
moved him
balance.
out the
Yeah.
way,
He lost his balance or something.
and lost his aggressively.
and he fell.
He's an older gentleman.
And the question is, was a bouncer, did he use reasonable or unreasonable force
Right.
at the time?
yeah,
And
that's the question that
But
I
we
think
don't know.
needs to be answered.
Reasonable force
Unreasonable.
on a 20-year-old could be different than a reasonable force
It-
On an
I-
80-year-old.
I mean, well, but
70-something-year-old.
I feel like it would depend on how aggressive you're being, though.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're saying, you know, look,
see-
this is who I am.
but
This
see-
is what I.
And I think
I'm
at that
telling
point,
you,
but I think
sir,
at that point, you should get your manager
right, so let me-
or someone that's in control,
Let me-
so that you're not the person that has to be the enforcer
But
of
if
a law.
I'm the bouncer, that's my job.
So
So if
so
I'm
here's-
checking your license,
This is my
and
girl
you're trying to be
Deidre, and let me just say
it's
this real
not just
deep.
about your job; it's about integrity of the location that
I'ma
you're
need you to
No,
representing.
but if
up.
you getting paid for it, just like it's my job to be like, yo, we got to move on, and you know.
But that's not. But what I'm saying is that if you're in District of Columbia
so
and you
dumb.
had the former mayor, it's not every day the former mayor is going to come to your establishment.
No,
This is
so,
not about
so hold
giving-
on. Let me make something clear, right? This is my girl Deidre. She's from Texas, right?
She's from Texas.
Shout out to because my very first point was this bouncer must have been hired
He's
from out of
not-
state.
he's out of town.
He didn't
He
know who
could
she
not
was.
be from D because you would not tell the former mayor, no, you're not doing
you
your
would
job.
because he showed him his ID that he was a council member.
But then there was
And-
also
and-
the challenge of people.
but
feel
but
like,
but that is a government ID though.
and
it is not.
A
It
government
doesn't have your
issue
birthday
ID
on
I
it.
can't
It
hear
doesn't
you
matter.
guys.
Neither does your social security
Your
card,
birthday has
but
to
that's
be on
considered a government ID as well.
Brother, the whole point.
You
the
can't
whole,
get into a place with a social
everybody,
security card.
calm down for 1 minute. The whole point to get in the club, you have to prove your birth date that you're
Your
over
age.
21. So the ID that he had did not have his birth date on it.
That's not.
It is red. You cannot get into a club with a social security card. You cannot get into a club with a social security card.
a picture social security card.
It says
There's no
it says it says a government issue ID.
no,
It
it
doesn't-
has a.
It does, and it might have, but his councilman thing might have his picture on it as well.
Age.
Okay.
Age.
We're gonna have to put our drinks in there and move on to this because y'all getting a little too loud.
I was going to say I can't get into no club with my federal ID.
right. Okay, everybody, put your drinks in the air. And
It's
let's
a government issue
let's
ID.
put your
and-
drinks in the air. And let's toast.
It is a
We
federal
can't hear
issued
anybody.
ID, and I
Sweet,
can't
sweet,
get no
sweet.
club
We
with
can't
that.
hear
Put your
anybody.
drinks in the air. We're gonna toast to the poor mayor
can't
who
hear
failed. Poor little
anybody.
bones.
And Vincent Gray should have had somebody go
Right,
ahead
somebody
of
should've
him,
been with
like
him.
somebody said we're supposed to go to the door, say the former mayor is coming through, man.
Oh,
His
that's-
Kappa brothers,
no.
somebody should have been
Do you
there.
have the proper ID, sir?
Yeah.
We're not
Well,
having
we've
that.
Hey,
established.
His Kappa
I can
brothers or
attest to
somebody
this
should've been
though.
there.
I can attest to this, and you can
Grace
attest to
Kappa?
this
This is a
personally,
Kappa, yes.
Ron. You used to use your brother's ID all the time to get in.
It had his birthday on
And
it.
when he got caught, he had to go.
No, they
What's
are
your boy on the
twins. They're
same day?
identical twins. They got in two
But-
people
but-
with one ID.
but-
His birthday was on it. His
Red,
birthday was on it.
But Dave, the only
The
problem
birthday
is
was
that
on it.
So Red, that was illegal.
the
what
only
they
problem
did.
is that
Huh?
Ron,
No, huh?
That was illegal what they did.
No, it's illegal.
but
Yes.
the problem
'Cause it-
is that
huh?
It was
Ron,
legal. It was
Ron
legal.
is turning 53, so that was back in the day.
It wasn't his name.
Anyway,
It was illegal.
Anyway,
Okay, so
moving
let's
on.
move along.
Moving on.
let's
it
move-
was
let's
wrong,
keep
but
it
everybody
going.
does that. Moving on to hot topics. Of course,
Everybody doesn't have a twin.
Of course, This weekend, your boy Kanye West is back in the media.
Yeah.
Of course, he premiered.
Is he dropping an album or something again?
Anyway, he
Nope.
premiered on 1 second, sweetie. He premiered. Sorry. He premiered on. I was talking to everybody, not just you. No, she can't answer.
She cannot wait.
Relax,
can we
honey.
Can we cue Ron in the what was
He
that?
didn't find it.
We gotta find it. I'm sending it
let's
to
go.
you.
That's
Kanye
our
West.
top. Kanye West
Sauna.
was on Saturday Night Live this weekend. Did everybody see that?
No.
So anyway, Kanye West was actually he was actually the actual person supposed to be there was Ariana Grande. How you say her name? Not Ariana.
Ariana
Grande. She couldn't make it, so then they called Kanye. Kanye came. He was supposed to premiere his new album. He did, of course. He sung 3 songs there. Of course, he came back out during the credits wearing a made
Credits?
during the credits as they were going up.
I thought they were
Going
credits.
down.
Credits.
Will's the drink. So at any rate, as the credits whatever, he kind of held the cast hostage. He came
I'm
out
trying to
with
find
the
out if they're credits or critics.
he came out with the what's the hat? Trump's hat. Make
Made in
America
America.
great.
Make America great
And then
again.
he did a whole speech about why Donald Trump is like this good president and all this stuff.
And
he
wanted
just-
to abolish the 13th Amendment.
Yes. And
Yeah.
he kind of like held the whole cast hostage, and it was just a real awkward moment. Actually, Keenan, one of the cast members on the show, he went on the night show. He talked about how it was like really scary, like weird, and then Kanye was just going crazy. Of
Yeah.
course, the next day, Trump tweeted a message. What did he say? He said Sunday. He said first he said Sunday that he does not watch that show because it's no longer funny. It's
He
just
was
a
not-
political
he used to host
ad for the. Yeah, he's been on it several times.
No, that's what he said.
But we're
That's why I
doing-
never
like,
watch
why-
it
then-
anymore, even though I
Let me
used to
just say
host.
his.
Kanye is
his
getting
tweet.
what
Let
he's
me
looking
just
for,
say his
sweetie.
tweet, and then I'm gonna give y'all.
Attention.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you.
But
All
let,
he's
but
doing-
it-
let me give y'all Trump's tweet when he said to him. He said,
We know what
word
Trump
is to
said.
Kanye West, who put on a mega hat. I guess that's the hat that
MAGA.
MAGA hat.
MAGA.
After the show, despite being told no, was great. He's leading the charge for America.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Okay, Kanye is Kanye. You guys think he's crazy. Kanye is doing what Kanye does, and he and his
Yes.
wife, when his wife gets all the way naked on social media to promote her brand or whatever she's promoting, and then he does this. He's pimping the president
Right.
to promote his brand to an entirely different audience. So now he has a new demographics buying his music. He has a new demographics supporting what he's doing, and the people that are that are frustrated the most are still buying the stuff.
That's it. Thank you.
Because you
So-
downloaded his album, didn't you? His last album.
Yeah,
I don't agree.
Nike pimped. I still believe that Nike pimped.
I don't agree.
So I don't
agree.
agree. I think that
Okay.
Kanye is. I listened to him talk even when Harvey Levin,
The
Levine
interview yesterday was
interviewed him.
crazy.
He sounded like he was in the sunken place.
Well, we talked about that for some time.
I mean, seriously. I mean, like he really was not there. Like, and this is the thing. This is the interesting thing about Kanye.
Kanye
point.
Yo,
is
I don't think he's
pimping
that
the
good.
president
I think Kanye's that good.
to
I don't think he's that
promote.
good.
I think Kanye lives
And
a
also,
privileged life where no one tells him no, and he can do what he wants for the most
Yep.
part. And
Yep.
he's creative. He's a creative genius for sure, but that makes him teeter along the edge of
All he has to do is
genius and
think.
insanity.
Yeah.
but not just that. But also, I think Kanye, like that ambition is there, right? he's trying to go against some very deep grains, right? And so those points may be good, but how he's going about doing it, like the way he's doing it, just like with these like rants, not sitting and thinking through what he wants to say and thinking
and
just being
evidence
totally
of that.
he really thinks he's going to change, going against that grain, and he's going to make the change by just being completely authentic.
If
And it's
all
like
you
it
have
doesn't
to
change
ask
like
this
that.
question. Let me ask you a question.
It doesn't change like
his,
that.
His main theory is always love. And every
Right.
interview is love and
being real and
positive
being
energy.
honest.
But here's the thing though, he was ill informed
Yeah.
because even during the interview with Harvey, he started talking about how all
Random.
black people vote for Democratic so they can only get more welfare benefits.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, but then he looked at his dude, and his dude said, "You don't know enough about the issue to talk about it." And Kanye turned back around to Harvey and said, I don't know enough about this issue to talk about it. I take that all back.
Yeah, no,
Here's
because
what I
I'm saying
No,
he's
that's a
One
problem.
second,
He's
Pastor.
talking about things he doesn't know about. He's talking about things he has
He's never
a great feeling, and I get the underpinning of his emotion, and it's
Right.
good.
Exactly.
And I get that, but
Right.
the way he expresses it, like,
but he's not going to get what he
amendment.
wants by doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let's take it back. If you're Kanye West, all you have time to do is think and be creative about how to promote your stuff and how to make more money, how to get more views, how to get more sales.
Well, I don't know, because I think him, like Omarosa, is losing his credibility in the black community.
Well,
but
right, and-
Well,
wait,
but
he's
the
not-
black
he-
community is not buying your albums. They're not supporting you in the
and-
first
and
place.
here's the thing.
but
They
no one buys
are.
albums
And they're
anymore.
still buying
No one buys
Yeezy
albums.
No, they're
Boost.
not.
Oh,
Yes, they are.
They're still
They're not
buying
the
those
majority.
shoes.
It's
They're not the
iTunes,
majority.
It's
And here's the thing,
iTunes,
right? If
it's
you're tapping
Google
into
Music.
another genre of buyers, right? You're looking at, okay, then that's the same thing. And I'm glad you brought up Nike, because essentially it's the same thing. It's like, how do I get access to another demographic?
Yes.
How do I get access to a new side of things? And that's what Kanye's doing. He's using.
So
the
you
president.
think it's all a ploy in order to gain another?
No, I think
community
it's all about
of-
attention. And I don't think
attention?
it's
Yeah, it's
Well,
not.
same-
It's
well,
definitely
same
not.
thing.
Attention brings the new followers, the new money,
marketing
the new
strategy.
platform.
He married-
attention, applause.
That's it.
He
So
married
you think
Kim.
he'll
I mean, but think
really-
about it, right?
He
Look at
married
what Kim
for
Kardashian
attention.
does.
I'm about to say he married
I mean-
her for attention.
No,
So-
Kim is way more strategic.
She is.
And
Oh, they do
she's-
this
and she's-
together.
And Kim is using, again, we talk about prostitution being the oldest profession that there is. She's using
Why you
she's
put
using
them in
an
the
Old
same
Faithful.
sentence?
Kim
no one wants to
Kardashian
see
Kim
Kanye
Kardashian
naked.
is using Old Faithful. So she can always show a breast shot or a bathing suit. And that's how she's doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's
But
the oldest trick
I
in the
want
book.
you to consider that they're working together. They're both trying to figure out how do they become more marketable. Period, point blank.
Listen,
I think,
Staying
yeah.
relevant.
They're not doing it.
Staying relevant. They're
He's
staying
not
relevant.
doing it.
They're
We're
staying-
talking about it right now.
That's
It's
about
all
it.
about staying
we're-
relevant.
but
It's
right
all
now
about
on the
staying
show-
I
relevant.
don't think he's staying relevant though.
Well,
So
we're talking about it right now.
No,
That's relevant.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Getting buzz and get us to talk doesn't mean you're
Hey,
relevant.
good or bad.
It is.
Listen,
It is.
all publicity.
Good
is publicity.
all publicity is good
I'm
publicity.
not arguing that though. That's what I'm saying. I'm not arguing that. We're talking about him. He's in the news. He's getting some buzz off of it. It doesn't mean that he's relevant. One, and secondly, it doesn't mean that it's working.
Don't you
overall.
know that he
If
does
everybody's
this
talking
every
about him,
45 to
and
90
everybody
days?
on the
There
news,
is a
look, this came on
strategic
Saturday. Here
marketing
it is
So-
Tuesday.
so-
We're
so-
still
so-
talking
so-
about it.
So I'm saying
Just
again,
because
that's
we
like,
wasn't
that's
here
like
on Monday,
saying
we wasn't here
that's
on
like
Sunday.
saying that
No,
Don
but the
Pat-
news medias are still talking about it too.
It is relevant.
But y'all,
That's
but-
relevance.
But see, relevance is different than you having just buzz.
You don't have to like.
And-
The point of relevance doesn't mean you gotta like them, though. Let me be clear on this
No,
too.
no,
Relevance,
that's not about-
like
that's
Donald Trump is relevant.
Yes,
That
very
doesn't mean
relevant.
We have to like
No,
him.
he's not. No, hold
He's
on.
very
yes,
relevant.
He is.
No, he's extremely relevant. He's a
Wow.
president.
Okay.
He's
All right.
extremely relevant.
Okay.
Yo,
Listen.
I'm
We
gonna-
relevant.
So
Real quick,
Hold on.
last
I'm gonna
point, last
let
point.
I'm gonna let
Relevant
say
is
something, then
suggest-
pass this.
Last
Pass
point.
say something to Tito. Pass it to Tito to
Kanye
say, then we're gonna
Kanye
close out
is
this
relevant
segment.
because he was such an influencer 10 years ago.
He was relevant.
He was relevant, and now
Before his
because
mama died.
he always had that influence, and it still has some.
He's using that cachet.
He's using it, but I think what he's if what he's doing is purposeful,
Right.
I think he's hurting himself and hurting who he is.
Those are
hurting his Chicago Black Panther roots by supporting this type of president.
Wow.
Because this type of president doesn't really support
He's definitely
people
hurt the
that
culture.
look like Kanye West.
And all I want to do
The
is
issue
I
is
want to just highlight those.
He's
two.
relevant because Trump is using him as a gateway, saying, "See,
Right.
black people like me."
But I'm just trying to use those two
And
words.
that's
When you
not
use
cool.
the word relevant, you're suggesting purpose and meaning. And I'm saying
no.
no.
Kim
no,
Kardashian's
listen.
relevant, and she has no purpose or meaning.
Right.
No,
You
no,
guys-
no, hold, no, no.
No,
you
go ahead,
saying
Pat.
she's
I'm
relevant.
gonna give you the last point. Then we're gonna move
Okay,
on.
no, I mean,
You good?
yeah, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Anyway, salute moment goes to. I don't care. Y'all get mad.
Salud.
Goes to Kanye. Yo, yo.
Go to bed, Kanye.
We're going.
Not your salud.
salute. You are angry, brother. Anyway, we come back. We're gonna talk about it in politics. We come back, Sharice.
Let's do it.
Relax. Huh? What are we going to talk about in politics, honey, when we come back?
Well, we're talking about we're about 30 days outside of one of the biggest midterm elections in history.
34 days.
So we're going to discuss
34 days outside of absolutely. We're talking
we're gonna
about
discuss that.
Former President Obama has made some national endorsements, which
right.
he came out of the woodwork for it, and Move On has had some national endorsements. So it's
She
definitely
got a Wonder Woman pin on.
it's
We got a
definitely-
lot to talk about. Give us a call at 202-656-1BAR.
One bar.
Hey, what about that pride, independence of yours?
I don't. I love him.
I'm sick of this.
Well, I'm sick of you.
Sick is right.
What does that mean?
You heard me, sick. An emotional mess. Neurotic and hysterical.
How long do it take to grow and find peace? To know that you're not the least that you could have been, but I would have been what I should have been, and I'm getting in this new Cadillac that I just bought on cash. All these niggas do is talk about all these hoes that they never gon' smash. That's okay, cause I'm sitting back, relaxed, enjoying my day. Niggas stressed out, they don't know what to say. Let me get on this track, I'm trying to get this pay. Nigga, everybody doing that shit every single day. You not a hero, trying to be De Niro? Cut it, stop, rewind, and drop it. We got that tape day, we gon' stop it. We got the evidence, we gon' lock it away. Cause we ain't never got shit to say. When a cop coming up, asking like Andale, I need it quick, shut the fuck up nigga, we do it on our own time. Yeah, I don't make these rhymes for no reason. All my niggas know we don't accept no treason. Yeah, so talk funny nigga, give me a reason.
How long do it take to grow?
Yo, welcome back to WLVS Radio. You tuned into the open bar.
Salud.
Of course, we're here sipping on the wine punch made with our choice of Smirnoff vodka, along with a red flavored sweet wine and a splash of lime juice for your taste. Y'all loving it?
I'm
This
sleepy.
is a nice
Red
sangria.
flavor?
Huh?
Did we
Red
find
flavored?
did we
Like
find
Kool-Aid
Ron
red?
in the
Yeah,
sauna
like
yet?
a
Did we
sweet
cue
red.
this up?
Don't-
Hey, can we
Don't
pull up
forget
Ron
the
in the
red wine.
sauna?
Don't. Ooh, that's me.
gotta-
Oh, okay.
Workout was awesome. Keep
Looking
me-
like a straight Mitch up there.
Hold on. Pull that back up. Pull that back up.
That was a drunken text.
Pull
that
back up.
I
Looking
don't
like
know
a straight Mitch.
So
Workout was
exactly-
awesome. Keep me prayer. LOL. What does that
Keep
mean?
I
in
meant
your
to say
prayer,
keep
yes.
me in prayer.
He
I
gonna
was
melt.
in
That's
the
why
prayer
he was going to melt.
I was dying.
Keep him in your prayers, bro. I was gonna melt. I seen
I
this.
was
First, I
dying.
seen it on Instagram, and I said, what exactly is happening here? And then I seen it on Facebook.
Brother.
Yeah, let me
brother.
offer
When I
some.
saw
My brother
it on
will
Facebook,
win.
Nah,
Oh.
his brother. I must say, his brother is like
Let me offer
a lot bigger than
My
him right
brother
now.
is shaped like Dave. Yeah.
Let me offer some guidance to Ron.
Listen, I saw that, and I
Don't need to post everything.
Everything is not meant to be.
I
And
know
when
it
it-
normally.
Okay, it's
I understand,
Jacob.
I understand you trying to get your Kanye moment on, but
you trying to stay relevant.
he's trying to stay relevant.
Ooh, you
He's
know
trying
what?
to get his Kanye moment on,
You
but
know what? You know what? I want to give you guys a quote from Nas. You guys ready for this? Because Nasir dropped the album.
Yo, my picture broke the internet. I admit that. It broke the
Listen.
Picture
internet.
broke the lens.
It
No,
broke the
that is
internet.
hilarious. But I
Anyway,
wanna
moving
give you
on.
guys a quote from
Jacob,
Nas.
move on, Jacob.
Nope, Jacob, delete that right there. That's the picture for the day right
Move
there.
on, Jacob. Yo, I was dying.
Oh, yeah. Good job.
good job, Jacob.
Scoot it over a little bit to the right.
I was doing abs yesterday.
Is that
and
at which
I
part?
was in pain. Y'all don't understand.
I can't tell by that picture.
Yeah, he went
listen.
up close, far away. It
But-
looked like I got abs.
But let me tell
He
you what
said he was
Nas
doing
said.
ab.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Go ahead.
Nasir dropped the album and then Jay-Z dropped it right over top of him. But I want to make clear that Nas is relevant. And the name of this
We're not
track
going back
was
to
called
that.
Everything.
We're not going back to
Oh, I love that
brother.
track.
But I
love
want to
that
share. I
track.
want to share the quote with you. Right? He said, "People would do anything to be involved in everything. Inclusion is a hell of a drug."
Go ahead.
So
you did that.
so really consider that this is happening. Inclusion is happening at every level. And I
Even
think
you
your
right
point-
now.
I think
Okay.
your point. I think your point earlier was that he's so. If his angle, if Kanye's
Sharice,
angle is
we're gonna
to
move on. We're not
we're
gonna
moving
go
on. I
back.
want to finish my
We
thought.
want to go back. We
If
moved
Kanye-
on.
we're
we want
moving
you to
on.
talk about
All right,
politics.
Chitty.
My thought. If
want you to talk about politics.
If Kanye's angle is to upset the people who he's not in alignment with or not in their circle with, this is a part of him trying to find a space where he can feel inclusive.
Thank you for that, sweetie. So what we gonna talk about in politics?
So, guys,
sweetie.
we are coming up 34 days
Not sweetie.
before the midterm election. A huge election. Donald Trump. I'm sorry. Former President Barack Obama has endorsed several candidates, and you can find.
Has he endorsed you yet?
It not yet, but you can. But you guys can endorse me
We
because I'm
definitely
actually
will.
going to be a write-in candidate. This is some of the literature that we created, and Laura helped us cut it out. So we did a grassroots. We're running a grassroots campaign.
Hey, Laura.
When you're cutting out your
Laura
own
feeling
literature.
that punch.
El Boogie.
But I want you to go to candidates.moveon.org. Candidates.moveon.org.
Nice.
And there are some 50 candidates from every level of government that has been endorsed at this site. And it's so essential that we're not just showing up to vote, but that we're showing up to vote informed. We're looking at electing 3 African American governors we've only had in the history of the country.
Georgia,
we've only had
Florida,
3, Georgia, Florida, and Maryland.
Georgia, Florida. Oh yeah, Ben
We've
Jealous.
only had 3
No.
African
No,
American.
Harold Wilder. Wilder.
And Wilder. So he's going for governor. So see, there you go.
That's
so
4
it's looking at 4, and this is historic.
No, Ben Jealous is for Maryland. Yeah, it's a woman for Georgia, and then you got what's his name, Andrew Gillum.
Andrew Gillum, that's my guy in
Florida.
For Florida.
And not just Miami, but for the state
For
of Florida.
Florida,
There has never
not
been,
Miami.
There's
Wow.
never been an African American, and he won the primary election, so he's the Democratic candidate for this race.
Wow.
There's never been in the history of the state of Florida an African American person that's won the Democratic nominee. So
What is that website again?
So it's candidates.moveon.org. So candidates.moveon, one word, .org. And they give profiles of every candidate. And you can go through by city, you can go through by candidate, and it really, really is a great resource for people trying to educate themselves no matter where you are in the country.
Wow.
Locally, we have elections where this is the hot topic in Washington, D.C. is the at-large candidate forum. That's significant. We're looking at, there are several. The mayor has endorsed Dion Bussey Reeder, who's actually my candidate of choice. She's an independent candidate. And I'm going to be a write-in candidate. So if you're living in the Congress Heights area, in the Congress Heights community, you can write in Commissioner Sharice Crawford on your ballot.
So can I ask why you're a write-in candidate and not like on the ballot?
So that's a
Or
great
what's the
question.
difference, rather?
And I'm actually gonna go live on that one because everybody wants the answer to that question. We waited for a very long time before we decided that we were going to go for re-election. As a commissioner, it is a non-paid volunteer position, and it is the work that we do impacts local and national laws. So it's heavily taxing, and it became extremely taxing.
Oh wow!
And so I was thinking perhaps I could be using my talents elsewhere. But then you look at what happens if you leave, that people are still making decisions in your community that are still going to impact you.
Are you going to be relevant?
And you're not going to be.
And we're not going to do this.
And you're not going so you have to have a seat at the table. So the point of it is that I decided that I was not going to allow people to make decisions on my behalf or not make decisions that are impacting my everyday life.
Right.
And so that's why we're decided to go as a write-in after we didn't make the deadline to be actually on the ballot. And so we didn't really put the work in to get on the ballot, which is, again, to say that we were pretty much looking to pass the baton. We were out recruiting people.
Oh, you were done.
We were trying to recruit people to run for office, and now we successfully.
She was moving on to bigger and better things.
You want to leave, but then you realize that you need to stay.
You realize you didn't need
All right,
to.
so I have a question. So what's your position on Mayor Bowser's on the speeding ticket issue?
So I'm glad you asked about the speeding ticket because the $500 is an outrageous amount on the ticket. I mean, period, point blank. I think that's definitely a number to get people's attention. Okay, and perhaps this was because it has to go through council before it can be approved. So I think this was definitely about saying, hey, we want to get strict on speeding because of the damages that it's caused. But I think that we have so many other priorities in the city that we have not given enough energy to, enough attention to.
What about the one, what was that? Initiative 77?
That was just repealed today. I think that sets the clock back 50 years.
Wow. What is it actually?
Well, that basically so one, Initiative 77 was misleading. The question on the ballot was misleading to begin with. There's already a fair wage law that needs to be enforced. That tipped workers should already be being paid fair wages. Okay, the greatest challenge we saw was that this was the assumption or the fear that was imposed that their tips would be taken away with the passing of Initiative 77. The other concern that we saw was the challenge with small businesses not being able to foot the bill for such a heavy demand. And so there should have been a compromise. The conversation should have happened before it was voted in on June 19th. There should have been a compromise since it was voted in instead of it being repealed, which is to say that, yeah, we know half the city, more than half of you voted for this, but your votes don't matter. Wow. And that is what sets the clock back. The compromise should have been, how can we support small businesses to be able to fund and afford these increased in wages over time, which the city has the funding
Sound
to
like
do
a
that.
true politician over there.
You know, but really, the city has the money to do that. And the second thing, that's the first thing, and then the second thing is that we need to make sure that it's not a law that you can that tips are going to be legally taken away.
Yes.
So these are fears that were imposed.
That was repealed, you're saying.
Don't touch my
It was
tip.
today. It was repealed.
It was repealed. So
That was the first
we're
step of
going
getting it
back
repealed.
What Tito you trying
So
to
we're
say?
going back to the old law, which means they can pay less than minimum wage to
Well,
waiters.
no, it's
and
not
waitresses.
a whole law.
But they
There's
keep their
still,
tips.
but the law was there before Initiative 77. That's the part that was misleading to begin with. Fair wages was already a law before Initiative 77 was on the ballot.
They had to make a minimum amount before.
It was about equal pay. It was already a law. The problem was that the law wasn't being enforced. That is the conversation that should have been being had versus just taking the right
Now-
to just
now-
repealing the law altogether.
And now, as a double-edged sword, because most people who work those type of jobs, service jobs that are tipped wage, they prefer the way like it is right now.
Well, so here's the thing. The assumption is that their tips are going to be taken away if they are not.
That's not their assumption. Their assumption is that their tips.
That was the mantra. Don't take away my tips.
No, their thing is going to be taxed higher. One, their wages are going to be taxed higher. One, and two, that they're not going to get tipped as much. So they're not going to walk out the door as much as what they would have walked out the door, and they're going to have to wait till their weekly or bi-weekly or monthly pay.
I know as a
And so that was one thing there. But from a consumer standpoint, now you've always put it in the hands of the consumer to tip to tip employees. So therefore, not everybody doesn't always want to tip a tip employee.
Right, and what that
People
does
don't
is-
want to
so
tip
what
regardless
you're
of the
doing is-
increase
yeah,
in wage. So
but-
now you already have, you have employees that are doing very well with tips, and then you have other tip workers that are not doing well at all. So we're not saying that this is not, we're definitely saying this is a highly controversial subject. We're agreeing to that, okay? But what we're saying is that to repeal the voters' choice in a law is highly irresponsible. I mean, that's essentially the same as the reason why DC does not have statehood.
Agreed. And like to repeal a law that you said that the people approved.
Yeah.
To increase wages for tips.
Before that ballot, before that
tipping-
question was put on the
You're
ballot,
right.
it should have been vetted the same way they're vetting it right now.
Now, what was?
Hold on. Because what this does now is this tipping passes the expense of paying your employees to your customers, because that's what
happens.
employees. Yeah. So if you increase employee wages, you have to increase prices of the food.
Right.
You have to.
To maintain the profit that you're getting.
Okay, and this goes back to my point, right?
So you pay
Council
them.
had an opportunity to hash this out before this
You're right.
ever hit
I
the
agree with
ballot.
you. They could have.
So
but
we're
the
talking
issue
about
is
lack of oversight, lack of foresight, and you're repealing like not even. I mean,
Yes.
the election.
So
was,
is the question: is the government doing opposite of what the people do, and they're only serving special interests?
People are already disinterested
No, yeah,
in showing up to vote.
But
We
is the
already
council
had
serving special interests by repealing it?
Absolutely.
Now, what is the population in DC, and what was the population that voted in primaries for this.
So we can pull those numbers up, but this was actually a Democratic primaries, which
Yes.
means that there's a difference in voter population, not just the entire
Okay,
population.
Democratic voting population, and how many actually showed up to vote
So-
to make this decision?
So
that's
citywide,
that's
there
important.
were about 22% of the Democratic voters that showed up. It was very, very low.
And that's very low.
Yeah.
And so
But
so
the
and I
thing
can
of it is,
understand why they're
even
trying to
with-
repeal
even
it
with-
then.
But even with the low numbers, no, you don't get. But
No,
see,
you
it's not
don't.
about understanding. You don't get to say.
you had your chance to
don't
vote.
get to
You're
say.
right, but I
because
understand.
this is a low number. I mean, think about if every law was overturned, if every voter right was overturned after they showed up to vote. Do you know what that would do to this country? I mean, do you know if back to Kanye, what if they did decide to
Right.
change the laws that abolish slavery?
Right.
I mean, consider.
He said amend afterwards.
Okay, amend, abolish, but to consider that though, it's the
and that's
same
also not
impact. Consider
Right.
that
It's
Congress
also not
decides
right.
that we're going to now decide, we're going to go change the laws
not
to
right.
that abolish slavery.
You're right. I'm not
Because
disputing that.
Because the Make America Great side of the population decided or thinks that they should be slaves again.
Right.
I'm not disputing it in any way, but
It's a slippery slope.
You're right. It definitely is a slippery slope.
And we wonder why DC statehood has not happened. We voted overwhelmingly for statehood in the previous election that was also not acknowledged by Congress, because look at what we're doing today.
Wow.
I totally agree with you. So I'm not disputing that. I'm just, making conversation about the situation.
Sharice, thank you so much. You are so well informed, and thank you for
Well,
giving
don't
us
forget,
that thing.
write in ANC. Oh, and we're doing a beautification day, 10/27. Put
What's
that on
that,
your
Ward
guys'
8,
calendar.
right?
Ward 8.
It's in Congress Park. I was born and raised in Congress Park. And so Congress Park Beautification Day, 10/27. Imprint that on your forehead, get a tattoo. 10/27, the beautification
And
day.
you know what? I didn't know there was such beautiful places in Congress Heights. Like where you took me the other day.
You're welcome.
That was like a treasure. I was like, wow, it's gated and nice. Wow, Congress Heights living like that. That's what's up.
What are you talking about? They got nice spots over there.
I didn't know. She took me to
You're
this
welcome.
gated,
It's definitely a
this gated
jewel in
area.
the city.
It was
gated
nice.
from the rest of the people in Congress Heights.
It was. It was
guys
really
are
nice.
hilarious.
It was nice. Anyway, salute moment goes to our right end right there. Sharice, you know
was
we
not-
behind you all the way. We love you.
Thank you,
was
guys.
not on- you
Pastor,
not-
what
you
we gonna
was-
talk about when we come back? Pastor, what we gonna talk about when we come back?
Should you believe what your partner says during sex?
Ooh, this is gonna be juicy.
Hell no.
I can't wait. Give us a
Post
call
the
at
information guys below.
202-656-1BAR. Salute. Yo, welcome back to WLVS Radio. You're tuned into the open bar.
Salud.
Salud. Of course, we're drinking on the wine punch made with our choice of vodka, smeared off vodka, that is, along with a sweet reddish wine and a splash of lime juice for your taste.
Do you have a
Definitely
problem
good
with
smooth
smearing
drink.
off
Reddish
vodka?
wine.
It's
Again.
okay. Anyway,
Red wine.
don't
Sweet
forget
red
to check
wine.
out our shirts. Dave is rocking one. Lisa is rocking a female flavored one.
It's October.
Oh, women, what's that? Breast
Breast
cancer.
cancer awareness?
Oh, yeah, she rocking our breast cancer awareness shirt. Come into Canberra, lamb chop.
Lamb chop.
Come into Canberra. Anyway,
Now-
so these shirts can be ordered online at openbartuesdays@gmail.com.
Too late.
Part of the proceeds to benefit to train dogs.
There it is. There it is. That breast cancer
it is.
awareness a month.
Train service dogs.
Yeah.
So y'all order these shirts online.
We can't see the open in the bar.
Okay, we can't see it.
She
All right.
rocking it. Dave, stand up.
We can
Show
see
them
it.
your titties too. So you can
I think that were these.
order yours. Yo, you order them shirts. They
Throw
really
some
nice.
D's on that bitch.
Hey, he did that. Yo, don't forget, my people, while you listen, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel at WLVS Radio. That way you can see all the wonderful shows that WLVS have to offer. Not only this great show, but there's all the shows that they offer all during the week. So definitely do that. Yo, Pastor, this is my favorite segment of the show. It really is.
So you say.
It is. Yo, what we talking about again?
I'm nervous.
Should you believe what your partner says during sex?
Absolutely not.
No.
Can any of it be believed?
No.
No.
So-
yeah, I think so.
So
You're
saying,
delusional.
So you're saying no one can be authentic and honest while they're having sex?
Okay, yes.
No, because they're under
Yes.
pressure right now.
No, yes, they can.
No.
They're under pressure.
When I
They're
say
under pressure.
deeper
From a
and
ma- from a
harder,
man's
I mean
perspective,
deeper
right?
and harder.
Okay.
No,
Hold on, one at a time.
I'm
one
gonna
at a
say
time.
yes.
One at a time.
You can.
From a man's perspective, no. For the simple fact of it, if you say anything negative, right? If she's giving you some head and it's weak, right? You gotta say it's the best head ever, or she's not gonna give you. She's not gonna give you head again
You gotta know
because
how to
she's.
encourage that woman. You gotta know how to be like, hold your head up a little bit.
No. What I'm saying,
You know how to ask for
What'd you say? Talk to her.
You don't know how to ask-
you're
you don't know how to
missing it.
ask for stuff. You gotta ask.
You're
for
missing
stuff.
it.
Turn
And
your
she
head
says,
inside.
she says, no. If she says,
Okay.
is this the best head you ever had?
All right, Dave. So we got your thesis. Your thesis is that you can.
The answer is
Stop yelling.
Dave's thesis is that you can be backed into a corner and be forced to say something that's not necessarily honest.
that's
right?
true.
That's possible for that to happen
Because he's scared it'll stop.
So tell her no
That's
because
why.
it ain't good anyway.
He's scared it'll stop.
I'm going to say yes, you can believe him. I think
You
it's
can
all
believe
a matter
something?
of discretion. Discretion is advised.
Okay.
And I want to
think-
believe
I
every
think-
lie you telling me when I'm fucking sucking your dick and licking your little ball.
I'm glad I'm no
jumps.
longer
Little
alive.
I mean, you know, there's two, and one is always
just got
smaller
after
than the
dark.
other
Put
one.
the
So
kid-
I'm just saying, when
Little
you're doing that, you gotta just want all the
So one is
encouragement
smaller than
you
the
can
other.
get.
Let me.
It's
I
everybody,
know that.
you know, and everything. Okay, I'm just speculating.
Keep it real, sis. Keep it real.
You want all the encouragement. Encourage me. Tell me You know, I know you want to breathe, but don't worry about that. Because last week, Tito, I was like, babe, my allergies acting on. He was like, you don't need to breathe. I do need to breathe.
Tito, Mr. Attorney Castro.
No more drinks for you.
That was kind of savage.
No. See, no.
You don't need to breathe. Did you?
Don't give us a lawyer answer. Give us.
No, hold on.
Tito.
Oh my God.
Hold on. I believe everything she says for two reasons. One, I know it's true because I'm an officer of the court, and she would not lie to me because that would be a crime. Two, because I know who I am and what I'm capable of.
All right,
This
exactly.
conversation has gone.
And I will say, there's a miss sometimes, but like 99% of the time, it's at the park.
Okay, no, so
Out the park.
So we on that, right? So this is good, but it sounds like though that there can be some truth spoken in the midst of lovemaking and passion, right?
I think it depends on who the person is.
Advised.
I think it depends on who the person is. Now, if you sleeping with a prostitute,
Like a one night stand.
she gonna tell you what she need to, what you got.
To get that dollar, right?
Get that dollar.
And that tip.
And if you sleep with me when my rent is due, I'm gonna say what I have to say.
I'll drink to that.
It's not prostitution. It's a business proposition.
Yes, it's soft prostitution.
Right. So
No, he was having sex with her, but he accidentally said, "Look, I might be evicted tomorrow, but
I'm gonna need about $1,200.
I'm gonna need about $1,200. You think you can help me out?"
See,
I
that
don't think
is
I'm talking like that.
But that's the truth.
Women
during
be
that time.
expecting a little something on the electric bill since you be over there watching that.
Be honest. Thank you for telling us the truth. You're telling the truth. So would y'all be a little bit more prone to? Okay, so give me a percentage really quickly for the ladies. How much do women fake it with their friends?
Fake what?
You know,
Fake orgasm?
Fake sex. Like how fake how good it is. Like do you over encourage?
I don't know those girls.
No.
It's on.
I don't understand that question.
I need
Repeat
to
that
see
question.
That it's on.
Huh?
Here's the thing.
Okay.
If I'm going to hell because I'm having premarital
Oh
sex,
God, you're not going to hell.
I'm going to fuck it up.
You're gonna fuck it up.
I'm going to enjoy it.
You're not going to hell because you have sex. But okay.
But I'm saying,
You saying
if that's how
That's
how
what the
I
Bible
was
says.
raised,
Okay, all right.
then
So
I'm going to get it all. Like I'm
Right,
going
but
to
you
go
forgot.
in. I'm
So,
gonna
okay,
do
so
circus
what-
tricks
Tell us how you gonna
every
get it.
time.
Say you accept Jesus at your deathbed, you good.
Every time.
I'm
when
with-
he
so
leaves,
I'm-
he's like,
Going to live her best life.
Right or wrong?
I am living my
saves.
best life.
listen.
Every
I'm-
day.
Get a toast to
Back
that.
and forth for you niggas.
Jesus saves.
Hey, my thing is, I get that you're gonna go all out. I'm just saying.
But
do
you
hype
said, am I
the- do you-
faking?
do you-
No,
do-
no, I ain't
do
gotta
you- no,
fake
do you
it.
hate-
No, because
you hype him up a
listen.
little more.
Listen. I'm telling you that where you at? Yes, here.
So you
That-
tell them how you want it.
all of it. I'm going to enjoy every.
So you're gonna make sure you enjoy it.
Absolutely.
My sister, I'm sorry, but so I'm sure you've had what you call it, somebody who didn't reach that spot before. And
Oh,
just
you
went ahead
gonna
and went
reach
through it.
the spot?
How you gonna
God.
reach it with your fist or what? I mean,
No.
what if they couldn't get it? What?
I am a very good teacher.
Oh, see, yeah. You're gonna be like us.
She said you go to after school.
No,
I'll
what-
drink to that.
But what I'm saying is, there's certain people that's not gonna always. There's certain people that's not gonna always make the be able to be taught. And so,
But you will. You got a tongue and you got a dick. We can work with it.
All right.
Well, praise God.
Hey, so here's listen. So when you having sex, can you believe what the girl is telling
We
you,
forgot
fellas?
one woman who did not answer.
Oh Lord, can you believe?
We actually got two women that did not answer.
Becky.
What was the question again? I'm sorry, I'm tired.
Can you believe what a guy is saying during sex?
Depends. I think. Yeah, it depends on the
Have you ever
person.
believed the guy? Like when he was saying to
I
you?
never believe a man.
The question is,
You never believe a man.
Are you married, first of all?
Hell no.
Oh.
Not
Okay,
married.
so are you always truthful during sex?
That's a good question.
No. She had to think about it.
This
No.
was great.
Exactly.
I got stuff to
And
do,
he
man.
doesn't
I
get a
don't have
call
time
back.
I don't have time to be fucking all day. I got money to make, shit to do. I'm sorry.
I
Get
get
it,
that.
get it in.
Let's talk to the. I'm gonna speak from a wife's perspective.
I love her.
You can tell when someone's feeling something and not. It's involuntary. Some things are involuntary. So let's not rely on someone needing to tell me, "Oh, you're doing a great job." When your leg flitches like a dog that can't stop, like in moving, like things happen.
Yeah, that could be
when,
something good.
You know, you do certain twitches that you can't control. People know when you're enjoying.
So are we
themselves.
talking about passes? So let me
He's
clarify.
like the lie.
Are we
fake
talking
all that.
Hold up.
Are we
Fake that
talking
too.
about?
Fake
Are
the
we
little leg
talking
jump.
about them and complimenting you in on what you're doing, or just kind of whatever it is that they're telling you that might not be relevant?
It's what we're talking about what the people
word
actually say
relevant again.
during sex.
You know, I mean,
and
you just
somewhat
started a
afterwards.
brand new conversation
And
about
someone
pick it up.
afterwards.
So
Yeah,
what is it?
So,
What is it?
so it's both. It's like during sex and afterwards. So like you said, you were making a good point saying that if it's good, you'll know it. You ain't got to really ask, you'll know it. And
It depends.
and
Like
if
you
it,
said,
and if it's not
it
good,
depends.
if it's not good, you'll kind of
You'll
know.
know that too, because the John be something.
It'd be like so
You
quick,
do like this.
You just jump up and get it. Let me go. I gotta go.
No,
It was
because
great.
no,
You'd be like, what is this?
No, I don't know. I know that I've been in a situation where the head was terrible. And
Did you
he's
tell
like,
him?
But I know I didn't. But I was just like,
Because you wanted head again from them, right?
I
You thought you wanted him to have a do-over. You wanted it a do-over, right?
You wanted to go.
no, it was like,
Okay,
every-
all right,
Head
so-
can be terrible.
So
It can be terrible.
head,
Have y'all ever
not so
had
loud,
terrible
not so
head?
loud.
Yes.
no.
Like why?
Yes.
Stop, please.
Head can be terrible.
Okay. So let me throw this question out there.
Thank you.
Hold
Has
on, this
anyone
next
in
question,
here? Has
y'all.
anyone in here ever been taken to such a place of ecstasy that you in that moment you felt like this is the best I've had?
Yes. Yes.
Did you say it to them?
Yes.
You didn't say it to them.
They knew.
See, now that's what I was going. Now that's the only thing. Now what Carla. Now what Carla and Deidre just said is what I was going to make the point I was going to make to what you said was that sometimes people, even if they're really loving it, they try to hold back. They
Right.
don't want to.
Okay.
Women hold back all the
They don't want
time.
to say how great it was. Like
Men too. Men try to ball it up and doing this.
I
Nah.
think guys, if you take us to the stratosphere, we kind of let you know.
Right.
Him does not to. You try.
We don't hold it back and frame it and hide it.
It is a moment. It is a moment. It is a moment now. It means that moment, but if you keep capturing that moment, it works out for us.
Okay, so all right, so how many of us, male or female, have fallen victim to the moment in sex where you just blurt out "I love you"? Like, now you all experience you saying you're not doing that.
No,
like,
see, Pastor, that's when say, I love this.
I love this.
I love this. That way you good.
You never came out and said "I love you." Never got so
How
caught
many,
up in.
how many
no.
times have you been in love during sex?
I love this sex we're having. I'm not saying I love you.
You not saying that ever?
Oh, I love this sex.
You never been taken
Talking
there
to
where
the
you was
mic,
like,
talking
man,
to
I
the mic.
love you. Like,
Talking to the sex when I say I love you.
Yeah.
okay. So you want to say I made those statements,
yeah.
but
So
but
as men,
the
we're
interpretation.
talking to the sex.
So, babe, all them times we was having
This
sex and I
conversation.
said I
Talking
love
to
you,
the
I was
sex.
talking
All
to
right,
the
let me
sex.
just go back and reel it back
So,
in. Let me go
all
reel
the
it
times,
Pastor,
remember.
Okay, question,
So
question,
when we was
question,
having
question,
sex and I
question,
said
hold
I
on.
love you,
Hold on.
it was to the sex.
All right.
Shout out
Here's
to the
question.
wine punch. It's doing its thing. But but okay, like a perfect scene.
Okay.
Now everybody here seen Boys in the Hood. Right.
Perfect scene.
Okay.
What the
how about-
hell scene you talking about? Boys in the
Hold
Hood.
on, hold on.
I'm gonna let you wait.
Okay, Ricky.
So you see the scene when Ricky almost got shot in the car and he came back in and he was fighting the air and then him and Neil Long they do the sex scene.
You talking about
Not Ricky.
Trey and
and-
Neil
and-
Long.
Right.
Trey, yeah.
And so they ended up having sex that night.
Right.
And that sex was made from an emotional state. which
Yes.
was a good sex.
It was probably good.
So
Probably
He
was
waited
good.
So what's your
goddamn
point?
too damn long.
Probably
He
was
waited
good.
all summer. How many summers he waited for that shit?
So my point was that sex was put together by emotion. So would that be something that
Is that honest sex?
honest
right?
sex, or honest feelings?
Like
No,
think about.
that
think
was
about
his
this.
first-
Hold on, think about it for a second.
Honest
So
in
what
the
he's
moment.
asking in the interpretation, what he's asking is that
honest in the moment.
A lot of time people like to have makeup sex because when you falling out and you're angry with each other and you kind of come back together,
Right.
There's something about that, the emotions that are involved in it, right?
After you broke up for many years and you come back, y'all been
I got-
fighting.
You can broke up
And you
yesterday,
come back,
and
and
you
then you
arguing,
have
cussing each other out.
I
still want to do it to you.
I gotta let y'all remember something.
What?
Y'all do remember he lied to his father about having sex. So the first time he had sex
Dude.
was with her. So he didn't know any other option.
My brother, that's not
Wait
the
a
point
minute, but
I'm making.
I got something for
No,
y'all.
but my point, but I don't want to lose my point. My point I'm making that there could be different scenarios and where sex cannot.
In
can
that
be-
case,
hold
it
on,
can't be.
one second,
So,
Yella.
so you're saying
The-
that sex
there's
can be
different
charged by
scenarios-
different emotions?
Yeah, the different scenarios where sex can be misinterpreted, or the feeling of love can
Exactly.
be misinterpreted.
Which is why I'm asking the question.
Right.
How much can you believe? What can you believe? How do you measure that?
Discretion is advised.
Discretion. Okay. I
My
mean,
final answer.
so
But no, I've been quiet listening to you guys. I think that you definitely want to take heed to what is being said, and you want to use your discretion.
Yeah,
You're
you
the
wanna
only
use
one
your
for
feelings.
me. It
never
starts
had it like
with
this before.
I've never.
yeah,
You the only one.
yeah. It's that Donald Trump
It's
stuff.
bullshit.
Lies.
Listen,
Sunshine.
I'm not saying I'm not great,
Hey, look,
but
sunshine
I
on Harlem
understand
nights.
that
Ain't
there are
coming
other
home, honey.
encounters
I
that
ain't
you
coming
have
home.
in life, right?
Put your mom on the phone.
And perhaps you're the only one they can remember at that time.
Of
You
the
know-
1,000 others, you are the.
So just, I think these type of catchphrases you just gotta be careful with.
But do you
gotta
marry?
get-
Do you
my
marry
point-
your best sex?
The thing
you
is,
ever had
you
done?
gotta get,
Do you
no,
marry-
you probably
No,
don't.
you
You don't marry her.
You probably
you don't marry
don't.
her.
No.
You gotta.
So
you
that
listen,
means somebody's married to somebody right now, and they not the best sex they ever had.
Yeah,
They're
pretty
having
much.
boring.
There's a lot
A
of
lot of people.
Oh my god.
Usually happens. People don't marry their best sex.
Oh
Because
wow.
marry your
because
best sex.
because their best sex is whack in real life.
Not only
Ah.
that. No.
Oh, yeah,
Their
you're
best
not-
sex. 9 times out of 10, their best sex is probably
Exactly,
where
right? I mean, I'm just saying,
If
you
you
only
can find
had
a
it
good
once.
balance.
So you can't compare it to any other time that you had sex with them or something.
Best sex is like too dirty to marry.
this is
So
Not
what
true.
What Jacob,
I'll drink to
Not
that.
true.
what Jacob
Absolutely.
said, people for the
Touche,
listener, or
touche,
if you don't have a
touche.
mic.
Touche.
I know you lying.
He said the best sex is dirty. It's too dirty to marry.
It's too dirty to have.
It's
Yeah.
Or
not.
if that
That's when you
person-
know you got a unicorn on
That
your
person
hands.
is too dirty
How
to
you
marry.
doing?
That's what you're saying.
This is the truth. This is the
That's
truth.
the truth.
This is the truth. I say
I think
it
it's
is
that
a,
you
I
definitely
believe that
wanna-
it is a very good truth. Yes.
So
No,
is
first of all,
that-
note the person and how long you've been with that person as well. So if this is your first time ever, and then they are so madly in love, and you're the only one. The very first time, and I don't know, right? But a consistent person that you've been with, and then over time there's some things that's being shared. I think that's something that you can believe.
Wow, that's deep. Oh, that was.
Oh,
sweet.
that's so passionate.
She come up with some sweet ones.
I think it's
I would say this. Okay, just in,
So you don't marry the first. You don't marry the freak around the street who really treats you right, who really
I
gets
mean,
you that
yeah,
point.
it's like you can't marry her because it's like.
But she the one that gets you there. She
Even
never
if say you the only
Hey,
one.
practice
Even
makes
if you say
perfect.
you the only
I
one.
saw this meme that it was like, Lord, why can't I find a good man? I've been in church and Bible study. And it was like me. I'm out here with my titties out. He with me. That's my life. Hey, honey, how you doing? That's how I go sometimes. We go to church, though, on Saturday. We go to
All
church.
right.
But I'm with my titties out and he over here with me. That's where he is. So when you ladies are looking for a man and trying to do A, B, and C,
Go
in
on the
order to
host
get him,
row.
why don't you just like loosen up and be yourself a little more?
titties out.
Yeah.
Just pull the titties out.
So we got a question from the audience. She said,
X-rated.
"Why you gotta be a hoe? If your titties is out,
Be a hoe. You just gotta be yourself.
That's not what she was saying. Be a hoe.
No,
but she was saying.
she just said pull your titties
She
out.
was saying be hoe-ish.
Yes, be yourself. Be
whole life.
yourself. Stop trying to live to the
Not a
standard
hoe,
that you
but I like.
think men want Well, they still want you to be a little dirty underneath. He
Wow.
still want you to go out with him but not have no panties on, like
Right.
just to tell him on
The
the
views
secret.
expressed at
Like
open bar,
things
and I'm
like
not
that.
respect those.
Viewer
That's why.
discretion on this
Pastor,
part.
we want to give you your final
I'm just
words. Then
saying.
we're going to talk.
Yeah,
everybody
Pastor
tell
done got
what's
the
going on
whole
in the
place
community.
up in arms
Right.
over here. Pastor.
What's your
This
wrap up?
pastor is
And right,
off the chain.
This
PDO.
is not
We
your
call-
everyday
you have
pastor.
to, you have to come.
Everybody,
light.
we'll give
This is
PDO the
PDO
final.
light.
you have
we'll
to
give
come
PDO
and
the
experience
final
one of the
word.
services one Sunday.
Right.
You have to have a spinoff.
But I would say this, okay, so it's obviously I think that you can be being very honest about your true feelings in the moment of having sex, and it could be really, really good, and you could feel very affectionate towards the person, and you want to say things that compliment them and X, right? And there are other times where you are just caught up in the ecstasy of the moment, and you say things that are exaggerated, right? They're exaggerated, so you're
I
not
do
trying
that
to
all the
just
time.
outright lie, but
And then there are
exaggerate.
lies.
Yeah, then they're just lies. Yeah, and then there's lies, just basic
want the
lies,
coochie.
right?
What
Yeah.
did somebody do to you this week that made you so insecure?
No, man, no, nobody did anything to me, man. Not at all. I mean, I say
They
that,
lied to him
But what
2
I want
years
to, what I
ago.
want to say to you about being able
Jezebel.
to cipher what to believe and what not to believe, I
You
think
lied
that
to me.
a person you in a relationship with or you're dealing with, that their behavior outside of the bedroom is going to align to some degree to what they're saying. So I think you can believe something that's strong when they
Give
in the
us
middle
an
of sex.
I want an example because I feel like that's what I wanted to know the whole
We kind
time.
of run out of time. That's
did.
why I wanted to give his final
like
word.
call. Well, I'm just saying, just calling them the best, and if they don't give you some of that outside of that, you know what I'm saying. So I think those are one of the ways you can kind of tell what's.
Pastor, how's the book doing, Pastor? How's the book doing, Pastor? The book doing good?
The book is doing well,
Book
man.
doing good?
The book doing well. We
Doing
got to
well.
follow coming.
And where
really
can they
soon.
get it again? What's the website?
IamDarrellOwens.com.
IamDarrellOwens.com.
And Amazon.
Yo, and he
And
said
Amazon, yes.
he
And
said
on-
every Tuesday night, y'all check him out at DarrellOwens.com, right?
Any night.
I am
night.
Darrell.
Any
I am
night.
Darrell.
He's being relevant up
He's
in
been
here.
relevant
Somebody
up
lied
in
to
here.
Pastor.
Yo,
We gonna have to
salute
find
to
them.
our love guru. He knows what he's
Yeah,
doing.
they told me I was awesome.
He like
He
he
lie to you,
being
Pastor. He's in
women's
his-
heads. Oh my
got
God,
me
I
in
don't know
my
how you
feelings.
do it.
And
Yo,
beds. No.
What's
Gigi,
that?
do you
what's
love
that
me?
cash app?
Are you riding?
It's
What-
He said she never ever
Amalay,
leave
I
beside
need
you.
this attention. I need this attention.
Spell it.
What's the cash app, lamb chop?
It's Amalay, AMELAE.
You're gonna have to get a more marketable cash app.
AMELAE.
That does not spell Amalay.
AMELAE.
Why are you so angry? Yo, we're gonna put that on the website.
And you can put the Beautification Day cash out
And
at
okay, and what's
S,
the beautiful-
at S Crawford 007 for
We'll put that on-
1027.
we'll put that on Facebook,
S
too.
Crawford 007. And we did all of the designs ourselves. S Crawford 007 1027.
Say it again one more time.
S as in Sam Crawford 007 for the Beautification Day.
Wow.
Oh, and shout out to Laura, El
Laura.
Boogie,
Welcome, El
Carla,
Boogie.
Carla,
and Deidre.
And Deidre.
Shout out to these ladies.
Our regulars.
Hanging out
And
tonight.
Pastor, will you
And
have
don't forget-
service at for this Sunday for everybody?
Yeah, we're gonna be at the African American Civil War
Ooh,
Museum
nice. What time?
All right.
at
What time?
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Yeah, you need to slide
Oh,
through
we
right
got a
down
party
on
to go
9th
to this
Street, right
Sunday,
here.
too,
When
the
is it?
fellas. It's a party that the fellas need to
Sunday.
go to this Sunday.
Yep.
That we were invited to. Yo, of course, Tito, thank you so much to our liquor
problem.
sponsor, Castro
Thank you.
Law Firm. Is that right?
Castro Law
The
Firm.
Castro Law Firm. And where can they people find you?
At www.castrolawfirm.net and
.net.
202-643-0323.
Jacob, thank you so much, man. You're great. Except when you
Thank you, Ian.
Ian, man, shout out.
And everybody, if you want to see that wonderful picture of me, I will be posting it again. This one. Anyway, salute. Love you. See you next
Hype
week.
on likes.
Salute.
Say club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut, she choose. Say club going up.